being able to be in such a beautiful place like this in a packed gym with all this energy is just the way we want to play. We don't want to play in the little gyms with nobody watching. We want to make sure that everyone can see us so we can show the world what we can do.
It brings a lot of good players together. You meet a lot. You get to watch other players. You get to watch players in person that you see on Instagram and all over socials in person. And really get your feel for everybody.
It's a great environment, man. The crowd is great. You know, the weather is a little cold, but you know everything else it's been great hospitality.
You know, in this area, and teams love to compete, so it definitely was a great experience. And we was just happy to be able to come out here and have fun.
Good evening and happy holidays here from Lewis, Delaware at Cape Henlopen High School. Nick Alessandrini alongside Jimmy Smith. We are here for day number 3 of Hoophall East, presented by Sodell Concepts. And we have got an action-packed Wednesday for everyone at home. And if you're in the area, make sure you can get out and check out the action, because this one may be like no other. It's going to be Paul VI taking on Archbishop Stepinac, Jimmy, and what's going to be the perfect game to get everything started here today.
Yeah, this brings back some memories from a couple years ago. R.J. Davis, A.J. Griffin versus Jeremy Roach, and Darren Harris-Smith on that team as well. Doug McDaniel on that team. Paul VI has been here a lot. They've always put on a show. Right now, 4th in the country. This is a gigantic matchup. When they played previously, it was a top 25 matchup. The first in slam dunk history where 2 top 25 teams played. I know that sounds like, oh, that should happen more often, but there's a lot of teams out there, a lot of good teams, and rankings are always so difficult to kind of harness, but that one was one of the most classic and unbelievable games that we've ever seen. You know, future NBA players, the guys at Duke and North Carolina squaring off, A.J. Griffin in the NBA playing for the Hawks. I mean, that was star-studded. And then here we are again, seeing it again. And we got Darren Harris going to Duke, and Boogie Fland, who's going to make a commitment, wearing number 1 there in white. This is going to be a really, really fun one, and we thank you for making us a part of your Wednesday here at 3:30 in the afternoon. But this is appointment viewing, folks.
That's right. It's going to be a good one here, as we said, to kick off our Wednesday slate of 4 games here today. We'll have 4 tomorrow for you all as well. And now let's dive a little bit deeper into the matchup, as we're just moments away from tip-off. Paul VI coming into this one, as Jimmy mentioned, the 4th-ranked team in the nation. 4 state titles in the last decade for them. They usually run a 9-man rotation. Glenn Farello, the head coach over there, and they've got some players to watch. And they've got a 4-star center, Patrick Gongba, the junior, a 6'10", with a great post presence. You'll be able to check him out today. The 4-star small forward, Deshawn Harris-Smith, the lone senior starter for the Panthers, a playmaker that has committed to Maryland and offers from Nova, Butler, Indiana, etc. And then, of course, you mentioned Darren Harris, the shooting guard, Garrett Sundra, Isaiah Abraham, and as well as a lot of other Panthers that are looking to be heading somewhere else next year. And Archbishop Stepinac, they've got some talent as well. We're underway here, game 1 at Cape Henlopen.
And another good thing, these are regional schools. You know, so this is good for the region. This is great basketball here in the Mid-Atlantic.
Going to try to get it started with Gongba, do some post work down the right block. Hook shot too strong. And the rebound to Stepinac. That ball tipped, trying to chase it down is Darren Harris. He does. A nice little slow Euro step in the lane, creates himself some space, and he's got the first bucket of our Wednesday.
Good control. Sped up after the steal, but able to throw the brakes on and get back under control.
So you mentioned Boogie Fland. There he is there, hitting the deck on the far sideline. Boogie 6'3", the junior, number 9 in the nation in his class of 2024. Uncommitted, has offers from Kentucky, Auburn, Georgetown, Nova, Oklahoma, Florida, LSU. The list goes on and on. Here's Danny Carbuccia. A minute through quarter number 1. Drive on the baseline and a nice finish by Benjamin Little. He gets the buck underneath. Panthers quickly going to get it down the other way. Working it around. Sundra thought about the three. It'll be a Hammond open three. Good box out down low, that time by Gabriel, and Stepinac with the board. Fland lost it. Sundra dives. Now we have a tie up on the floor.
You wonder if the recent commitment of DJ Wagner to Kentucky makes Kentucky and Boogie Fland maybe not as much of a match, but you know, you can run two guards. They both can be ball handlers. They both can be scorers. You know, Kentucky is an interesting place that wants just dynamic athletes. So it's all about what's a good fit for you.
Fland took a trip to Chapel Hill a few weeks ago, visited the Tar Heels, as we have a foul up top of the perimeter as Gongba was out there trying to guard Carbuccia. Got a body on him, and that'll be our first foul.
You know, there's a program, you know, on its way back to prominence. Never really truly left, but we're talking about one of the prominent schools. A couple down years, and that's relative. But definitely looking for some young guns to help.
Carbuccia, a little hesitation, drives, hangs, couldn't finish. Battle for the rebound underneath. It was tipped around, and unfortunately, Carbuccia had possession, but was stepping out on the baseline.
Right to him. Hard to react that quick, though. He was a foot away and 50 miles an hour.
So here's Hammond, picked up an offer from NJIT a few weeks ago, number 3. Passes it off, going to lead to a 3 for Harris, and he's got it, the triple, straight away.
As you see him play, you'll start to get it. Baby-faced kid. A lot of maturity in his game. And just a thought there to pull on that.
I'm talking to a lot of people. He's a win-at-all-costs player. He's going to do whatever the team needs to win. Boogie Fland around the screen. They tried to trap him, and they forced the turnover. Errant pass from Fland that time.
I mean, look at the players on the floor right now for Paul VI. I don't know where you're going with the ball in passing lanes. There's 2 6'8s, a 6'6". I mean, it's unbelievable what they roll out there.
5-2 early on here in quarter number 1 in favor of the Panthers. Harris trying to come up off the screen, and we have some contact down low. It's going to be an off-ball foul on Stepinac. Going to go against Jordan Gabriel, the junior forward. Panthers now to inbound. And you talked about it all across this starting lineup. You've got talent. Harris wants another, and he's got another. That was a smooth fadeaway jumper. Nothing but net for Darren Harris, and he's off to a good start. And then some contact the other way. Gongba takes the charge as he was able to get position down low in the paint. And some momentum building towards the Panthers here on these last few possessions. They have a 7-2 lead.
Gongba, a larger guy in all facets. He's tall. I undersold his height. He's 6'10", but thicker. You know, some of the guys that they're 6'8", 6'9", and they just kind of look like guards that are tall. That's a center. There's not a ton of centers in high school basketball, it feels like, anymore. You know, you got Harris, who plays big, plays like a guard but is big. And then you got some, stretch fours like that can do things like that.
Garrett Sundra cans it from the far corner, and the Panthers are clicking on all cylinders here early in the first. Sundra, the 6'11" power forward, as you can see there, can stretch the floor. Stepinac trying to find an answer. Floater in the paint is good. That's Benjamin Little, and he's got both buckets here early for the Crusaders.
There's a little bit of that New York basketball floater. They're going to need a lot of that because there's a ton of height down low.
Sundra trapped, gets it to Hammond in the corner. Now they'll feed Deshawn Harris-Smith one-on-one. Active hands by Carbuccia to poke it away, and then we have a foul on the loose ball, and it's going to go against Carbuccia. So Garrett Sundra, he knocked down the last 3 for the Panthers. He's got offers from Virginia Tech, Maryland, Butler, Iowa, and Miami. So offers galore in that starting 5 for the Paul VI Panthers. And now some subs first of the day. Christian Gerdak, the 6'9" sophomore, will head into the game.
Just roll out another 6'9" plus.
Harris-Smith trying to take Fland. He'll kick it to the corner. That 3 off the back end of the rim for Isaiah Abraham. He can provide a scoring spark off the bench for the Panthers. Carbuccia, nice pass down low, leaves it underneath for Dylan Perry. And we'll have a whistle. So we talked about Paul VI, usually with that 9-man rotation. We'll see how many guys we get a chance to check out today or here in this one.
And that's just a testament to what they've built. You know, you have a couple guys, but you run 9 deep. You're the 4th-ranked team in the country. I mean, that's a program. That's not a spark. That's not a 2-year thing and you're done. That's not a lucky transfer. That's a program.
Carbuccia gets it on the right wing. He'll put it on the floor, kick it out. It's going to be a 3 for Ritvo. It's long into the hands of Jordan Smith. Smith, nice crossover on the baseline, and he's able to finish it as well. Jordan Smith, fresh into the ball game, making his presence felt.
A little hesitation behind the back. And then great adjustment under the basket.
And you see the defense from Paul VI. Every time Boogie Fland has it out top the perimeter, they're trapping around the screens. We'll see if Ritvo can provide a spark. Kick to the corner. Carbuccia, 3, no good. Rebound to Gerdak.
They're going to need those. Those are the shots when you drive and get that opening.
Harris, deep 3 off the front end of the rim. Rebound, though, offensively back to the Panthers. Here's Harris-Smith. Nice, leaves it for Gerdak on the baseline. Shot blocked underneath by Dylan Perry. And now here come the Crusaders. 2-on-1. Boogie Fland takes contact left hand. Can't get it to fall. Second chance, though, for Carbuccia, who got an extra step in there, but he did take some contact as well, so he'll head to the free throw line.
And a good job by Harris, not overplaying on Fland's hesitation and adjustments. Forcing up early, tough left-handed shot up and under the basket.
2 Panthers set to check in after the free throw from Carbuccia as he knocks down the first. We'll also get to see Josiah Jervis, the 6'3 freshman shooting guard, into the game for the Crusaders. So Boogie Fland, the 5-star, Danny Carbuccia, the 4-star guard, ranked 35th in the nation in his sophomore class, has offers from UMass West Virginia, Seton Hall, Providence, and St. John so far.
Yeah, people trying to get in early on Carbuccia.
Abraham going to feed Gerdak one-on-one on the block with Perry. Nice move inside, and that hook shot goes. A little baby action inside. And the Panthers scoring at will, it seems, here early.
Old school ball right there. Back down, a lot of strength.
Perry, one-on-one with Gerdak, stops his dribble. Fland now, open 3 from the right wing, and he cans it. And we'll see if that gets the 5-star rolling. An action-packed first quarter, 2 minutes to go. And that ball stolen. Carbuccia the other way for an easy 2, and now we'll have a timeout, Panthers. And a nice little run there from Archbishop Stepinac, and the Crusaders have this one right back in reach here, 14-11 after going down early. 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here. Nick Alessandrini alongside Jimmy Smith here at Cape Henlopen High School. Wednesday, day number 3 here. Had a great game on Monday night with the host school, Cape Henlopen, the girls. Game that went to overtime, and then yesterday some great action, 3 games. And we're going to follow it up with 4 today, and it gets started with, of course, 2 of the best teams here, Stepinac and Paul VI.
Follow up with Bergen Catholic and Blair Academy. Battle of New Jersey up next around 5 o'clock. Moravian Prep out of North Carolina and Dream City Christian we saw last night. We'll square off at 6:30. And Westtown, fan favorite Westtown, will take on Bella Vista Prep out of Arizona. That will be the nightcap, roughly 8 o'clock, right here on YouTube. All for free.
And a great slate, right? How you don't want to miss these games. So a minute and a half to go here in the first. 3-point lead for the Panthers. Gerdak, here comes the double and the trap on the baseline. Has to turn and get rid of it, and he does, but instead finds Boogie Fland, who will flush it down with the right hand. So 14-13 now is the defense from Stepinac. They settled into this zone D. Hammond wants to answer with a 3. Nice offensive rebound by Isaiah Abraham. Ball, though, is loose. Fland can't come up with it, but it's going to wind up in the hands of the Crusaders. Perry to Little, now back up top to Ritvo. And now they'll reset it here with under a minute to go in the first.
Boogie almost got out of all that traffic while tumbling. Great ball handling skills.
There he goes, one-on-one with Deshawn Harris-Smith. And it's going to be a foul on the floor, and it will go against Harris-Smith. Again, Deshawn, the lone senior starter on this 4th-ranked team in the nation. How about that? And he'll be taking his talents to Maryland next year. .7-0 run now for the Crusaders. Nice pump fake, makes an open 3 opportunity that time for Carbuccia, but couldn't knock it down. But the Crusaders seem to have settled in here now late in the first quarter. Again, 7-0 run in just the last minute 20. And they'll have it here to inbound underneath their own basket. It's Josiah Jervis up top, and they'll get it into the hands of Boogie Fland. Looking for their shot here, being patient. Jervis to Carbuccia, 25 now on the clock, 19 on the shot clock. Here's Carbuccia on the baseline, swing pass, cross court to Boogie Fland, and that's nothing but net. And he's starting to feel it, 3 consecutive buckets for Boogie. And the 5-star starting to cook early here in game number 1.
Almost hit the ceiling.
Hammond finds his man underneath. That's Garrett Sundra, the 6'11 junior, and he will score the final basket of the first quarter. And how about that? A 16-16 ball game after 1 in game 1 here at Hoophall East at Cape Henlopen High School. We'll be right back with second quarter action between Paul VI and Archbishop Stepinac.
This could be the moment we've been waiting for, the chance to feel alive. Nothing's gonna stop us, nothing's gonna top this, nothing like we've ever seen. And I raise my hands to the sky, what a feeling. 'Cause I feel like dancing high, got a feeling, this is where it all begins.
Hi, I'm Mike Vincent, President of Sussex County Council. I want to welcome everybody to the Hoophall East basketball tournament, formerly known as the Slam Dunk to the Beach. It's a culmination for teams that qualify to come here. It's the best high school teams in the country qualifying these 4 qualifiers. Congratulate all of you, welcome you and your families and friends to come visit Sussex County. Enjoy our beaches, our restaurants, the people of Sussex County, and good luck to all the players. Thank you.
Welcome back, moments away from the second quarter getting underway here at Cape Henlopen High School. It's Hoophall East presented by Sodell Concepts. Nick Allison, Journey, and Jimmy Smith here, ready to go for second quarter action between Paul VI and Archbishop Stepinac. One that we all had circled on the schedule here ahead of Slam Dunk to the Beach. And a 16-16 first quarter.
After 8, after 8, we haven't solved anything.
There's a lot of talent on the hardwood here in this one. Nice pass from Deshawn Harris-Smith, and that's finished by Gongba. Gongba's first bucket of the evening, and he's really drawn a lot of attention to himself here the last few weeks, and now Sundra comes up with the steal. Harris-Smith in transition, tried to draw the foul from behind on Perry. Doesn't get the call. He'll have a word with the official, but it will stay down this end with the Panthers. So Gongba having that last bucket, you mentioned Jimmy in the pregame, 6'10", a phenomenal post presence, good hands, good patience, doesn't rush anything. The number 3 overall recruit in Virginia and the number 15 center in the country. And a player in the top 100 as well.
Centers are valuable. I mean, I think a lot of people think that basketball's gotten away from it. Centers aren't just giant, massive human beings anymore. They're tall, but they're not just big, nearly 300-pound guys. They have to have footwork. They have to be agile. They have to have great hands. They can't just be Bill Lambier.
Yeah, exactly right.
They have to look like what this guy is doing right now.
Let's see what he's got one-on-one on the block. Good pass to Sundra, the 6'11 power forward, now going to back down one-on-one. Left hand fade away with the left hand as he was going under the basket. Somehow found that one, and it falls through for Sundra.
And sometimes they look like that. They look like Kevin Love. Stretch forward, good hands, good post moves. Can guard all the way around.
I'll tell you, this Paul VI team is built well. They've got everything you want in that starting lineup. Little trying to get it back up top to Perry. 9 on the shot clock here for Boogie Fland. He's trapped over there on the far sideline, gets rid of it.
I don't know how he got out of that, Nick.
3 to shoot. It's going to be Perry elevating at the buzzer, off long off the back end of the rim. Hammond makes the extra pass, and that's going to be drilled. Darren Harris, the 6'6" Duke commit, letting the game come to him here in the first half, and he's knocking down the shots that he's taken.
Game of runs, Paul VI, then Archbishop Stepinac, and here we are in the midst of Paul VI.
7-0 run. See if they can end it here, and they do. Braylon Ritvo from the near corner knocks down the triple. And this is a fun one so far. How about another answer? Darren Harris. Back-to-back threes for the Panthers. Don't blink, Jimmy.
And Darren hears people saying his name, and he's stepping up to it. And this guy's trying to as well.
Tried to answer. That deep three is an over-the-back foul here against Ben Little. But you can feel the energy in the gym after some of those threes. Boogie Fland was feeling it himself and tried a little heat check there.
Yeah, it looks like Delaware got the memo. When we were here, about 20 minutes before the game, it wasn't many butts in the seats, and maybe they're out getting some grotto, but now butts are in the seats. They're here for this one.
26-19. Lead to 7 for Paul VI. Gongba pick and roll with Harris. Steps inside. Shot rejected, though, from behind. Gets it back. Finishes +1.
Relentless pursuit. Great moves. Pivoting all around, up. And then the ability to go back up. Stars on the rise for him.
Dylan Perry got a piece of the initial shot. He was able to get it back and finish through the contact. And now a chance to make this a quickly double-digit lead. And he does. 29-19 now with 16-16 at the start of the second quarter. So 2.5 minutes, a big run here for Paul. What a move by Carbuccia. Hammond hits the deck. Thought about launching it for the highlight reel, but instead going to give it to Fland. Nice crossover. Step back jumper for Boogie Fland is long. Panthers now going to go with it. Hammond, deep three. Nobody around him, and you can't do that. Benjamin Hammond drills the three.
And a little bit of an embarrassing moment, and then he made up for it. He got the slip and slide out, and then wet on the other side. That's tough. You don't want to be a part of that, and then you get a chance to redeem yourself so quickly.
Yeah, that tells you what kind of player he is, right? Again, this starting lineup for Paul is all loaded here across there. Benjamin Hammond there showing off what he can do. He's been great for them all season. You got Isaiah Abraham, who we haven't seen too much of off the bench, the 6'7", 190-pound junior, the combo guard. He has offers from Nova, Maryland, UConn, Wichita State, Virginia, and he is the cousin of Gongba. So the cousins both entered that little transfer portal high school last season, and they both found their way here to Paul VI.
Not a bad trip. It's kind of where you want to end up, top 5 team in the country.
Right. Get your cousin, hey, Mike, let's
go do this thing over here.
Yeah, why not?
We see you in the chat, everybody. Drop us a message where you watching from, who you cheering for. Keep everything civil, please. But 276 of you watching right now.
So fresh out of the timeout, 32-19 lead for the Panthers over the Crusaders. Active hands from Hammond, tips it off of Carbuccia. He's able to run it down, though. 17 on the shot clock for the Crusaders. As he gets it back top of the key, a little hezzy. Got inside, a nice hang and finish, but some contact before the shot.
It's a lot of effort to chase that down, turn the Jets back on, go the other way. Left hand dribble up court, switch to right in the paint, scoop it up. You see he's got hands on the knees. Maybe he's just trying to hide for this inbound, but Stepinac, a lot of energy being used, and Paul VI just keeps running dudes out there.
Fland in the corner to Perry. A 9-0 run for the Panthers. Fland trying to end it. Hangs, floater, nothing but net.
Sometimes you're just good.
Gongba easy underneath. You got to get back on defense. The Crusaders were slow to do so, and Gongba runs the floor. Has maybe his easiest bucket he'll have here. Here's Perry, spin move right into Deshawn Harris-Smith, and that defense going to force a turnover. Now sub for Archbishop Stepinac.
We saw the Maryland commit slide over, and he took the spin move away, and that caused the extra little shuffle there.
So 3 of 3 on their last field goals for the Panthers. Again, that 11-0 run now. Harris, he's been hot today, and he's going to stay hot. Straightaway 3. Off the dribble, able to elevate and put it through. Carbuccia wants to answer long. Rebound to Darren Harris, and he's going to get it and go. Gets it back, heat check, another one. Ooh, that one had a shot, but falls out. Leaking down was Boogie Fland. Harris, though, gets back and makes the defensive play. Loose ball all around, winds up to Jayden Smith, and he's had a few buckets here in this one. All of them, though, have been tough. A 16-16 game now, 39-21. As a foul before the pass from Boogie Fland. And
Darren Harris just gets, he's bigger, but he floats. And because he's bigger, there really is no contest. There's a guy there, but he can't see it because he's well above him. High release, great poise.
So smooth. Standing out here in this one, a 23-5 run since the start of the second for the Panthers. 3 minutes to go in the half. Boogie Fland, deep 3. It's long. Rebound to Jayden Smith, and now the Panthers off to the races again.
I don't know if that's the shot. You got the center on you, and you end up taking a 30-foot 3.
Gerdak got position down low. It was a mismatch with Boogie Fland. Boogie Fland tried to get the position out in front, but he'll get whistled for the foul. Paul hitting 5 out of their last 6 shots from the floor. Harris finds Harris-Smith inside off the inbound, a little give and go, and he gets hacked on his way up, so he'll head to the charity stripe for 2. So that foul against Howard Isley Jr. Team 7th. First free throw for Harris-Smith. How about that one? I thought that was going to roll in.
I thought he was going to stop on the top there.
4 or 5 bounces around the rim and just falls out for Deshawn Harris-Smith. He was the Division I State Player of the Year as a junior, averaging 14.5 points, 8 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and over 2 steals a game. 1 of 2 from the line for him, and again, we talked about it. He'll be heading to Maryland, had offers from Villanova, Butler, Indiana, and Xavier. He was the first team all-tournament at Peach Jam, one of the biggest AAU events, had 12 points, 8 rebounds, 3.5 steals a game, and he was the co-MVP of the Hoop Festival here early in December alongside his teammate Darren Harris. 2:34 to go in the first half, 40-21. Fland thought about it. This time he'll pass up on it. Wanted it back, doesn't get it. It's going to be a Perry 3. Another one that's going to hang on the rim and doesn't fall. And Jayden Smith with another rebound for Paul.
That's the second smallest guy in your squad going to get a massive rebound.
The 6'2 freshman making some plays here in the first half of this one. And we will walk the floor. Foul number 8 on the Crusaders.
Well, so far living up to the ranking. I mean, we know, we always see it. Play a national schedule. They're well tested. They're not just any old 8-1 team. This is a really, really good 8-1 team. National schedule. Big games every single week.
Archbishop Stepinac again coming into the season as the Jayden Smith foul rolls off. They came in as the preseason number 18 team in the nation. 5-3 though here to start here in 2022. They went 26-4 last year. 3 in the far corner, long once again. That was Amir Sullivan. And the rebound to the 6'11", Garrett Sundra. 2 minutes, Hammond goes around the back, keeps control. Here's Jordan Smith on the baseline, gets inside, and how about that roll off the glass? A little English underneath. And the freshman been impressive.
The way he dribbled baseline into contact, makes some space. That's a freshman doing that.
Trying to answer, can't do so. Was Fland, now Hammond out on the break. 3-on-3, pull up mid-range jumper is cash. And the Panthers, seems like every player that they put out there is in rhythm. Fland, one more now to the corner. Here's Jervis. Back to Fland, has space, falling away, his fadeaway. Doesn't go, a battle for the rebound underneath. Last touched by Paul VI, it'll stay with Stepinac.
I mean, really, that mid-range is the best look they can get. And they can get that pretty much every possession with all the switching going on, but they're not really getting anything else. And that's making it tough go right now.
28-5 run in the second quarter for the Paul Panthers. Carbuccia gets it to Fland. Nice pass. He left it for Dylan Perry, but I don't think he was ready for it. And when you got a point guard like Boogie Fland, head's always got to be on a swivel. Last touch, though, by the Panthers, so we'll stay here. 58 seconds here to go in half number 1. See if the Crusaders can build some momentum as the teams head into the locker room. Carbuccia, fadeaway jumper won't go.
Kind of feel the frustration on those shots.
Smith lost it for a second. Boogie Fland takes it away. Fland will easily lay it in. Been a little while since he had his last field goal. See if that gets him going again. 44-23, 30 seconds to go here. Game clock will expire before the shot clock. Here's Jordan Smith, a kick out. Now a dribble drive, looking for Gerdak underneath. Tried to leave it for the big fella, but instead leaves it out of play. So final shot will belong to Boogie Fland and the Crusaders here. He'll have 13 seconds to work with as he kicks it back to Carbuccia. They'll give it back to him with 7 on the clock. Around the Perry screen, there comes the trap at the top of the key. He gets to Carbuccia. Fadeaway jumper at the buzzer is good. And Danny Carbuccia, the 4-star guard, knocks in a big one to close the half. And you see the scoreboard, they were so used to the Panthers scoring, they added 3 to the Paul side. They fixed it, 44-26 though, Jimmy, as we head to the break.
I don't blame them. That was a one-sided second quarter, but a shot in the arm there late, and we'll see what can you make of that at halftime when they put up 10 on the clock. Because you got 16 more minutes to cut down on this lead. Paul VI, everybody and anybody is going right now, and we'll see what they can stop defensively.
28-8 second quarter in favor of the Paul VI Panthers. They lead Archbishop Stepinac 44-26 at the break. We'll take it with them. When we come back, we'll get you the stats from the first half and everything you need to know, and we'll be ready for third quarter action here at Cape Henlopen High School. It's Hoophall East right here on YouTube.
Welcome to the 2022 Hoophall East Team Announcement Special, hosted by Slam Dunk to the Beach, where we will meet the 20 teams playing in Lewis, Delaware, December 26th through the 29th. Archbishop Stepinac from White Plains, New York is back in Delaware for the first time since 2019 when they brought current Atlanta Hawk AJ Griffin and Tar Heel point guard RJ Davis in probably one of the most memorable games in tournament history. This year's team started the year ranked 18th in the nation according to Max Preps and is led by 5-star junior guard Boogie Fland. The 16th ranked player in the junior class by ESPN has offers from over a dozen schools including North Carolina and Kentucky. Sophomore Danny Carbuccia is another player to watch that has 13 offers of his own. Bella Vista College Prep takes the cross-country trip from Scottsdale, Arizona for Hoophall East. Four-star 6'10 junior center Luke Bamboye has tons of offers, including Arizona State, Houston, and Iowa. He joins 6'6 three-star undecided senior wing Jason Fontanet to make Bella Vista a fun team to watch in Delaware. Bergen Catholic from New Jersey back at Hoophall East after playing last year. New Jersey's fifth best player, junior center Terry Copeland, will look to shine and continue his recruitment process with a big showing at the beach. Another New Jersey team returning to Delaware is Blair Academy. Senior undecided guard Jayden Lamont is the seventh best player in the state, and he'll hope to secure the next step in his basketball journey with a great showing in Lewis. Host Cape Henlopen out of Delaware will have both their girls and boys teams on display. The Cape girls coming off an 18-6 season, but are much younger than last year after graduating 7 seniors, the entire starting 5 included. This season they're led by senior point guard Jayana Lee, sharpshooting sophomore Faith Ray, and do-it-all 6-footer freshman Amelia Frutchman. On the boys' side, they'll be led by senior guards Drew Zimmerman, Tyrone Tolson, and Trey Leggins. Combine Academy out of North Carolina makes their first appearance at Hoophall East. 5-star junior Trentyn Flowers is ESPN's 24th best player. He has over 30 college offers, including Louisville, North Carolina, Kansas, Oregon, Alabama, Arkansas. You get the picture. Flowers is a huge draw that'll probably bring some of college basketball's top coaches into Lewis to see him play. Senior Silas DeMary will also shine before he heads to USC next season. Dream City Christian School in Glendale, Arizona will go across the country as well to show off their roster of some of Arizona's top players. Senior Kyron Ratliff is headed to the Ragin' Cajuns of Louisiana. Senior Australian-born Kai Green and Canadian junior Jovan Milcevac are looking to decide on their future. Hoophall East mainstay Eleanor Roosevelt from Maryland returns. The Maryland 4A state champs last year went 19-5. And return guard Niko Crumpler-Peoples and forward Taqbir Raji. 4-star big man Peyton Marshall powers Kell High School from Marietta, Georgia to Lewis, Delaware. The 46th best player in the junior class, according to Rivals, is deciding between 19 offers, including Auburn, Florida, Cincinnati, and Georgia. Long Island Lutheran started the year ranked 12th in the country, according to Max Preps, in a deep team of D1 talent that's led by senior guard Jayden Reed, the 7th best player in New York. Monsignor Bonner takes the short trip from Philly down Route 1 to Delaware. A strong junior class will power the Friars. 6'6 forward Kevin Rucker Jr. has 3 D1 offers, while 6'7 forward Deuce Kettner has 3 of his own. Moravian Prep heads up from down south and brings 4-star forward Mayor Wool to Hoophall East. The South Sudanese senior stud committed to the College of Charleston this past year after being ranked 54th in the Southeast region by ESPN. Joining Wool is sophomore guard Eli Ellis, Rivals' 35th best player in the class of 2025. He has 8 college offers, including West Virginia, Virginia Tech, and Ole Miss. The Academy at Palumbo from Philly went 11-11 last year, but hope to rise to the occasion at Hoophall East, with point guard Ayeb Noble at the reins. Senior guard Omar Hutchins will also handle the scoring for the Griffins. Paul VI is coming off a 2021-22 season, which it finished top 15 nationally, claimed their first WCAC title since 2014. The Panthers should be right back in the mix this season. Star point guard Doug McDaniel is now with Michigan, but the Panthers still have Deshawn Harris-Smith, the Maryland commit, and also highly touted junior Darren Harris. 4-star juniors Isaiah Abraham and Patrick Ngongba join the squad as well. 2 other Delaware schools will travel in-state for Hoophall, as the Sanford School girls and Seaford boys will lace them up. Sanford went 18-3 last year. They'll be led by senior Zai Kilgo and sophomore post player Jada Snow. Seaford heads east after going undefeated in league play last season. Senior guard Brent Ricketts and juniors Kareen Bolden, Kashmir Wise, and Avion Matthews will lead the Blue Jays. Fan favorite Westtown will also bring their boys and girls squads to Delaware this year. The boys are led by Malik Rasul, a junior forward who transfers from Sierra Canyon in California, is the number 6 player in Pennsylvania, according to ESPN. Will he land a big offer after his play this year? We'll wait and find out. The girls squad went 23-4 last season and bring back their leading scorer in senior guard Grace Soundback, and junior point guard Zayara King will also be a contributor. West Catholic Prep out of Philly will head down to Cape Henlopen. They'll take on the girls of Cape Henlopen High School. They're led by Amina Reed, Sienna Blake, Jasmine Butler, Jalen Moore, and Sienna Scott. Here's another look at the 4-day schedule for Hoophall East. 4 days, 20 teams, and 13 games. That's a lot of action at Cape Henlopen High School at the end of December. Tickets are on sale now for each day, so make sure you grab your seats to see some of basketball's future stars. We'll see you in Delaware.
This could be the moment we've been waiting for, the chance to feel alive. Nothing's gonna stop us, nothing's gonna top this, nothing like we've ever seen. And I raise my hands to the sky, what a feeling. 'Cause I feel like dancing high, got a feeling, this is where it all begins.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
I'm Mike Vincent, President of Sussex County Council. I want to welcome everybody to the Hoophall East basketball tournament, formerly known as the Slam Dunk to the Beach. It's a culmination for teams that qualify to come here. It's the best high school teams in the country qualifying these 4 qualifiers. Congratulate all of you, welcome you and your families and friends to come visit Sussex County. Enjoy our beaches, our restaurants, the people of Sussex County, and good luck to all the players. Thank you.
Why Sussex County, Delaware? It's about quality of life, an ecosystem of entrepreneurship and culture. It's about location. You may have vacationed here, but have you considered our low cost of doing business, abundance of industrial and business parks, and variety of incentives that generate an immediate ROI? Come for a visit. Stay for the lifestyle. Contact Sussex County Economic Development today.
Welcome back into Cape Henlopen High School here in Lewis, Delaware, the home of Hoophall East, presented by Sodell Concepts. Nick Alessandrini alongside Jimmy Smith here for Game 1 action on Wednesday afternoon. A great one to kick off a great slate here today at Cape Henlopen, the number 4 team in the nation. Paul VI, the Panthers taking on Archbishop Stepinac, a preseason number 18 in the country, 5-3 to start their season. A very talented roster as well, but Jimmy, it was all Paul VI there. We were knotted up after the first quarter. A huge run in the second quarter, 28-5 to put the Panthers up by 18.
It still is Darren Harris versus Boogie Fland. The problem is that Paul VI has a lot more dudes and a lot more scoring from really everybody. You got your freshman point guard has 6 in Smith, and Sundra, your stretch 4, has 7 with a made 3, and it's just kind of coming from everywhere with them. Big post presence, long arms, defensively creating havoc, and only 40% shooting from Archbishop Stepinac, which sounds okay, but on the flip side, there's a 67% clip for Paul VI. That makes that 40 seem real small.
67%. Shooting well in the first half. You talked about Harris and company. He's got 16, 4 of 6 from beyond the arc for Darren Harris. Deshawn Harris-Smith, 0 for 1, a little quiet today, letting the game come to him. Only has gotten up 1 shot. I'm sure we'll see more of him in half number 2, but we're about ready for third quarter action here at Hoophall East, and we are underway. Boogie Fland going to track it down, and that's where we begin.
Well, the good news is you have 16 more. And if it starts like this,
Boogie Fland driving, took some contact, just unable to finish it off at the rim. And now Deshawn Harris-Smith going to go the other way. He can't finish either, but he'll get his own offensive rebound here, at least for the moment. But not in time as he hits the baseline. It will be out of bounds as he tried to save it.
What effort. He saved it twice, and then just in the process of saving it, kept drifting out of bounds and ran out of real estate.
So we talked about that huge run in the second quarter. See if Archbishop Stepinac can find a quarter like that to get them back in it. Here's Fland, top of the key, has Gongba out on him. Gongba, Fland right by him, hangs, and how about that left-handed finish? Real smooth by the 5-star.
Really good to see. He pulled a post defender out earlier and took a long three. That time he took it all the way to the rack.
Stepinac trying to go on a run. Here's Carbuccia, had an open three. It's long though. Hammond able to hustle down the rebound. Now numbers for the Panthers. Nice pass from Harris-Smith to Hammond. But he's going to be fouled on his way up. Good vision there by the senior Harris-Smith to a cutting Benjamin Hammond. Foul will go against Jordan Gabriel, and now a chance to add on to the total here for Hammond. He's got 5, 2 of 5 from the floor.
Looks like he hit his head maybe a little bit there on the bleachers, right by where all the media is. Taking a second to clear his head, and something at the scores table as well going on. We're looking for, I don't know, possibly total number of fouls on whoever that was. I don't know.
I think that'll be the 3rd on Gabriel. So something to keep an eye on. Hammond knocks down the free throw.
Must have been the discussion. You know, 3 is an important number when it's early in the second half.
So one more on the way for Hammond, and he knocks down both. So a minute into quarter number 3. Here's Fland. Once again, they got the matchup that he wants. Going to try to go by Gongba. This time it's a little Dirk fadeaway from the free throw line. Couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound to the Crusaders. That 3 on the second chance won't fall for Ritvo. But how about a 3rd opportunity here? Fland, 3rd time's a charm. No off the back end. Offensive rebound to Ritvo. Can't finish either. And there's just a lid on the cup down that side of the floor. Hammond in transition to Harris-Smith. Was somehow able to stop on a dime underneath, and now they'll reset it here. But 4 opportunities on the other side for Stepinac, just unable to convert. Hammond to Gongba, they gave him some space, he'll fire the 3. Had a chance, falls out. Harris-Smith there trying to clean it up. Couldn't do so as 2 Crusaders collapsed on him. And now here comes Stepinac. Ritvo gets in the paint, a little bit out of control, and they will call the charge. As there's the big fella, 6'10" Gongba, taking it.
A lot of effort the previous possession to get all those offensive rebounds, and then nothing comes of it. You're kind of feeling the pressure to start scoring here if you're Stepinac.
And a 16-16 ball game after 1. Carbuccia hit a fadeaway 3 at the buzzer at the end of the first to give him some momentum. How about Darren Harris? Elevates amongst defenders in the lane, hangs and finds it off the glass. He's putting on a show here early. Spin move inside, he's going to kick it out. That's a 3, and Benjamin Little has a big shot there for Archbishop Stepinac. Harris-Smith leaves it for Gongba, an easy finish, and Paul VI. They waste no time. When you're playing against the Panthers, you got to get back on defense pretty quickly.
Happened a couple times so far. You just can't have that.
Fland gets it to Ritvo. Ritvo steps in, took some contact from behind from Darren Harris, and now it's going to be a shooting foul and 2 free throws coming up for Braylon Ritvo.
Kind of overplayed a little bit, got behind, and wanted to still stay part of the play, so swung over top. Got a little bit of the shot, a little bit of the arm.
Gerdak set to check in after the free throw, and that's going to be a miss off the front end for Ritvo. The 6'7" junior small forward, as Gongba will take a seat. Second free throw off the front end of the rim as well.
And you got to score when the clock stopped, too.
So 5-minute mark here of quarter number 3. 19-point lead for the Panthers. Here's Sundra, deep 3. Knocks it through, nothing but net for Garrett Sundra. And he is the ideal stretch 4. As you saw there, knocked down a few triples here today in this one. That shot wouldn't go. Sundra hustles down the rebound. Numbers. Darren Harris ahead of the pack for 2. Timeout on the floor and another big run for the Paul VI Panthers. They've hit 4 of their last 4 shots, and they've scored 6-0 here in the last minute. They continue to find success offensively.
I'm watching that play again here, watching YouTube with a little bit of a delay. Is it selfish of me to have wanted an alley-oop?
You know, there's a lot of time left. I think we might get 1 or 2. We'll have to see.
You would think, it's
they're capable.
2 tough teams. They're going to guard hard.
There's
not going to be a bunch of breakaway dunks, but Garrett Sundra, great job of defensively making that play, that fast break happen. Offers from VT, Maryland, Butler, Iowa, Miami. I mean, he's kind of, I don't want to say he's lost in the mix with all the other big names. I mean, he's really having a big junior year as well. And these junior guys are in the spotlight right now, and you see the Oregon O there on the left baseline. And there's just a lot of people here to see a lot of things, and Paul VI, kind of the cherry on top of the quality basketball that we have here this week.
And we didn't know what, we kind of what to expect with the Panthers, but they've lived up to the hype so far here. 55-31, they're out in front, and now Boogie Fland, or excuse me, that's Carbuccia going to bring it up here for Stepinac. Fland comes off the screen, and turns out that screen was illegal and an offensive foul here against the Crusaders.
So Harris with 20 for Paul VI, and Boogie Fland 14 for Stepinac.
And it definitely is not a quiet 20 for Harris, but he's done it so efficiently, 8 of 10 from the floor. He's chosen great shots, and he's knocked them down. And again, he's been
4
impressive.
of 6 from 3, too. I mean, that's...
Had back-to-back triples there at one point in the first half. So 55-31, here's Boogie Fland. Looking to get something going here for Stepinac. Little almost lost his footing, kicks it over to the corner for the Jarvis 3. It's long. And Sundra with another rebound. Harris-Smith hands it off to Hammond there. And now they'll feed the big fella Sundra underneath. Let's see if he's got some post work as well, and almost able to put it off the glass. Gerdak battling for the second chance. It's going to lead to a Hammond open 3, short off the front end. Carbuccia racing, kicks to Fland, had a little bit of space, will pass it up to an open Carbuccia 3, and that one in and out. Harris, how about another one for him, and couldn't get that one to fall. Going to try to hustle down his own rebound. Him and Hammond had it together. Either way, it's saved. Sundra, 3, yes sir. Garrett Sundra, the 6'11 junior, making it rain here in the third.
Hit all 3 of his threes. On the flip side, Carbuccia, your sharpshooter for Stepinac, just 1 of 6. Some open looks, too.
And that one was the fadeaway shot at the end of the first half. A little scoop and score that time from the 5-star Boogie Fland. Able to get in the paint and find 2. Harris-Smith going to throw it down with the left. And when we said don't blink earlier, we meant it. Perry trying to answer underneath. The English wouldn't fall. And now a tie-up with him and the big fella Gerdak, who, again, he looks big down there. 6'9" for Christian Gerdak. But a big, strong guy as well for
He's
the Panthers.
just got like the Arbutus Sabonis wrist tape and exposed
That is a perfect
arms.
example.
Like he's just looking like that guy.
That's a perfect example. He does.
And like the younger guys may be like, oh, that's disrespectful. No, that was a dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, like he very.
Look at his numbers if you haven't. Yeah,
quintessential 5, but
there's the freshman Jordan Smith, and whenever he gets into the ball game, he shows some flashes. Now some subs here. Anthony Brown, the 6'1 freshman, will get into the game for the Panthers. Boogie Fland going to try to add 3 to his total. Darren Harris comes up with the miss. Get it and go once again for Paul VI. Nobody stops the ball, and Harris is going to take 2 more. And the Panthers scoring at will here in this one. Still up over 60% from the floor. Carbuccia in traffic. Took some contact, and he'll head back to the free throw line. He's 2 for 2 today.
So a lot of possessions for each team. Everything's quick. I'm not looking at the shot clock. You don't really have time to. I bet it goes down 10 seconds. The shot's up quickly. And they're still in their offense. They're not just hectically running back and forth. Their offense is just fast. I don't think we have like average time of possession here, but it's probably, I don't know, it feels like it's 3 seconds and the shot's up.
It's exactly right. It's quick pace of play here in our opener of Wednesday. 32 points in the paint for Paul VI. And they're 8 of 16, 50% from beyond the arc. Hard to beat a team when they can shoot like that. And a little trap there near half court, and we'll have a timeout from the Panthers.
I don't know. 30-point game. I never would have looked at this game and went 30. Did you just look up and go, it was a 30-second timeout? Oh.
And I'm with you, Jim. 30 points.
Having our own conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I never would have thought.
I agree.
I mean, Paul VI is fantastic.
But he said even better maybe than we expected, just in terms of, I can't pick out maybe even a play where I said, where a turnover that really stands out to me, like, oh, that was a bad play. They pretty much played within the offense. They've stuck to what they know best, and they have made very few errors here today in this one.
Yeah, never a shot they're like,
exactly,
that's settled. What was that all about? But Fland's 2 of 8 from 3. Carbuccia is 1 of 6. I think you're 5 of 21 from 3. You're getting, it's your offense. You're getting those looks. You're just not making them.
The freshman trying to get involved in the scoring action, couldn't finish it, Anthony Brown. And
now, I don't want to say that to say, well, Archbishop Stepinac can't shoot the 3. I think a lot of that has to do with the 6'10 guys that Paul VI just keeps running out there that are affecting that shot in some way. No blocks for Paul VI, but obviously hands in the face. That's tough to shoot through.
Fland leading the break. A beautiful pass as he finds his teammate Hassan Qureshi, who's able to finish in transition, showing off a little bit of the passing ability there from the 5-star Boogie Fland.
And you know what? The goal is to win the game. In this case, there's a lot of coaches here. The goal is to catch the eye. Mm-hmm. Coaches can see through stat lines if they're at the game. They see what facilitation they can do and how they run their team. There's a lot more about, let's say, Boogie Fland's game, for example, than the 16 points he has. The 16 points is nothing to sneeze at, but the 30-point score difference will make you think, oh, he didn't play well. He's playing great. He's just playing against a really, really stacked team.
And a team that's not only stacked, but also playing a great game. And there's Jordan Smith in transition, the freshman. We talked about it. Every time he's gotten on the floor in this one today, he's made an immediate impact. That time, hangs on the rim. We talked about the length for Paul VI. Again, 3 starters at 6'6" or taller. You got Sunder at 6'11" and Gongba at 6'10", and they man the paint. That's NBA size. 11 seconds here, ticking down, third quarter action, 38-66 in favor of Paul VI. Here's Carbuccia trying to take the freshman Smith, and he does as he gets to the basket. So 2 more for Carbuccia here to end the third, and that'll take us to the fourth. But still, all Panthers here at Cape Henlopen High School, 66-40 as we head to the fourth here. We'll be right back on Hoophall.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is a perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
Why Sussex County, Delaware? It's about quality of life, an ecosystem of entrepreneurship and culture. It's about location. You may have vacationed here, but have you considered our low cost of doing business, abundance of industrial and business parks, and variety of incentives that generate an immediate ROI? Come for a visit. Stay for the lifestyle. Contact Sussex County Economic Development today.
A little Fat Joe lean back brings us back here to fourth quarter action here at Cape Henlopen High School. It's Hoophall East presented by Sodell Concepts. And we have a good one to kick off our Wednesday. It was Paul VI and Archbishop Stepinac. We're heading to the fourth quarter, and it's been all Panthers, though. We had a 16-16 game heading into the second. The Panthers use a 28-5 run to end the half, and here we are in the fourth with a 26-point lead. So we'll see who we get a chance to check out here in the fourth. Deshawn Harris-Smith is back into the ballgame for Paul VI, Gongba, as well as Hammond and Sundra. Deep three for Carbuccia, and there it is, Jimmy. You were talking about it. He's got the capability. Just needed a little room and knocks that one from way downtown.
I mean, but is that a good shot? I know it goes in. It's not worth 5 from there. But, I mean, you're going to get that all game. But maybe that's what gets Carbuccia going. Maybe Danny needed that from the volleyball line to see that go in, just to see it go in. I'm a baseball coach, everybody. Like I don't coach basketball. I watch it. I like it. I just feel like that shot's been there all game. But you know, it went in. I don't know. I'm done arguing about it.
Again, both of his threes have been tough ones. A fadeaway at the end of the first half, and then a deep heat check that time. And Harris-Smith, how about the defense? He's not going to give up on it, and he gets the steal and 2 more. As the rest of the Crusaders went down the floor, Harris-Smith stayed for the Panthers and stole the ball and scored. And now Carbuccia races down the floor, and somebody got a hand in there, and it'll be whistled for a foul on the Panthers.
You're up by, now 25, and you're still playing defense right under the basket after a missed shot. I mean, that's hard. That's, again, we talked about program. That's a program thing.
He'll be heading to Maryland next year, Deshawn Harris-Smith.
Don't settle for the 3 here.
Feeding it inside. Sundra got up and rejected it, but some body contact down there. We'll see who the foul goes to. Harris-Smith was over there with Sundra.
So he got the switch. Gongba came out at him. And previously, we've seen kind of 3 versions of that with Boogie Fland. Once where he just chucked a 3. Once where he took the player to the basket. And then that one where it kind of became a pick and roll and he found the guy. So that you want to see all 3 facets of that. I like this one. He's upset, obviously his player gets blocked, but he get a foul and you get 1 out of it, but obviously wanted a little more.
Yeah, Boogie Fland, we've seen the passing ability as well. A few pick and rolls, has left it for the big man.
I think if you're looking at him, you got to see that, right? He's relatively undersized, but he's going to have an incredible motor. And I say that, and I was down there earlier. He's as tall as I am, but I'm not being scouted by anybody. So, but in regards to, point guards, he's going to have to facilitate.
So some free throws coming up for Harris-Smith here after the whistle underneath the basket. And the first one is long. 1 of 2 from the line before that shot for Harris-Smith, his second trip today. So Paul VI, though, still has the starting lineup on the floor here in the fourth. It's Hammond, Harris, Harris-Smith, Sundra, and Gongba. And it's Carbuccia, Ritvo, Boogie Fland, Ben Little, and Jordan Gabriel here for the Crusaders.
I think you see a lot of that often in these showcases, when those sidelines start to fill up, the baselines start to fill up with coaches. You want these guys every rep, every possession to make an impact, like this guy.
Here's a guy who can do it, Darren Harris, another triple for number 24 in black and cold, and he continues to light it up from the floor. Give him 25. Fland amongst three Panthers. Can't get the floater to go. Panthers tried to get it in run. It's going to lead to a Ritvo 3. Rebound to Harris-Smith, and now here come the Panthers. Hammond, cross court to Harris. He wants another. It's up, and it's in! Darren Harris putting on a show in game number 1 here at Hoophall East.
And Boogie was there. Little bit of a height difference there, but just looking at Harris hover in the air, an unbelievable composure while up there to not be affected by any defense.
Carbuccia got to the basket. Gongba able to recover. And now Fland going to seek his shot here. Thought about the step back 3 as they work it around the perimeter, 10 to shoot. 7 for Carbuccia. Has Gongba, step back 3, and he cans it from the near corner. And Danny Carbuccia seems like tougher the shot, the better chance he has at knocking it down today.
Maybe the other ones were too open.
Yeah, all 3 of the ones that he's made have been heavily contested. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him here with 5 minutes to play in quarter number 4. Paul VI putting on a show. The Duke commit, Darren Harris, 28. We'll be right back on Hoophall.
This could be the moment we've been waiting for, the chance to feel alive. Nothing's gonna stop us, nothing's gonna top this, nothing like we've ever seen. And I raise my hands to the sky, what a feeling. 'Cause I feel like dancing high, got a feeling this is where it all begins.
Hi, I'm Mike Vincent, President of Sussex County Council. I want to welcome everybody to the Hoophall East basketball tournament, formerly known as the Slam Dunk to the Beach. It's a culmination for teams that qualify to come here. It's the best high school teams in the country qualifying these 4 qualifiers. Congratulate all of you, welcome you and your families and friends to come visit Sussex County. Enjoy our beaches, our restaurants, the people of Sussex County, and good luck to all the players. Thank you.
5:15 remaining here in game number 1 from Hoophall East, presented by Sodell Concepts. Nick Alessandrini alongside Jimmy Smith. It's the Paul VI Panthers, your 4th-ranked team in the nation, taking on Archbishop Stepinac, and Paul VI playing like they are the 4th team of the nation. They lead big here late in the 4th quarter, and Darren Harris, Jimmy, has put on an absolute show here today. 28 points, 6 of 9 from behind the arc, and they'll have the ball here.
Hoophall East high so far of 28.
They tried to set up. There it was, Jimmy. They were looking for Harris off the screen to come throw it down.
Please. There's nothing better. When this gym, I mean, man. I mean, people have gotten up so far. There have been some dunks in this game, but an alley-oop from him, I love seeing that.
Now it's Boogie Fland. They're going to trap him again. Hammond reads it, tries to pick off the pass to Carbuccia. Instead, flies under him and takes him out from the legs underneath, and that'll be a foul against Hammond. And again, still hustling, up by 30. And you talked about it, that's what the program is there at Paul VI. And as you mentioned, when there are scouts and coaches in the room, you're going to want to play 110% throughout, and that is exactly what the Panthers are doing. And there you see Gongba and Harris going to head to the bench, so maybe a little standing ovation if they were back at home after that performance. We might not get another look at them, but what a performance for Darren Harris. 28 points, 6 of 9, 11 of 14 from the floor, 6 of 9 from behind the arc. Gongba, 4 of 8, had 3 rebounds. And there again, they've been trapping Boogie Fland, doubling him up outside the perimeter, making him give the ball up. And now he's one-on-one with the 6'7" Isaiah Abraham. Perry over Gerdak is short. And now the break being led by Anthony Brown. Leaves it for Gerdak. Ball tipped around, and Fland comes out with it, and he's going to loft it deep. But Jordan Smith, there he is again, the freshman, out hustling the Crusaders to take it away. Abraham going to drive, can't finish, but he's wrapped up by Boogie Fland, who puts his hand up and says, yep, I got him. And now 2 free throws coming up for Isaiah, the 6'7" junior, and again, cousin of Patrick Gongba. They came here together. Haven't seen too much of him here in this one so far.
I was just about to make the point. 11 minutes so far for a guy who's got offers from Nova, Maryland, UConn, Georgetown, Marquette, Virginia Tech, Kansas State, Wichita State, and Virginia. I mean,
it's comical when you say it out loud.
Yeah. that guy on another team plays the full game.
I know.
And
Boogie
he's just
Fland.
waiting in the wings to come out here for Paul VI. That's the embarrassment of riches.
And they know their role. Again, everybody sticks to their role. They've played almost flawless here today. Under 4 now to ticking in this one. Fland, a little crossover, step back jumper, high arcing 3 is long. Rebound to Carbuccia. He'll give it up. Baseline jumper is off the mark as well for Josiah Jervis. Rebound to Anthony Brown. Stepinac, one of their last 7 as Isaiah Abraham gets to the basket again. Took some more contact, and he'll head right back to the free throw line.
What an unbelievable weight off your shoulders, just calming. You get to spend your junior and senior year, speaking about Darren Harris in this case, junior and senior year of high school basketball knowing the future. And it being Duke is just an added bonus. But just the process and the nerves and the stress and the phone calls and the texts and the DMs, whatever's legal anymore in that world.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a lot of stress to figure that out. And when you get, I don't want to speak for him, I imagine it's his dream school to call you and you do it and you lock it up early. It's got to be unbelievably relieving for you and your family, and then you could just be free. You don't have to prove anything anymore. You just get better.
The number 48 overall recruit in the class, the top prospect in Virginia. Father was a high school basketball coach, and it shows there. You can tell by the IQ, and we have a whistle down on the floor. And again, when you go over the scouting report in all caps, shooter. Well, we saw that on display here today.
I mean, made his own as well. Didn't just catch and shoot.
Exactly right. I mean, he could do it all. He showed it all off.
So hope everybody watching, that was worth the price of admission for the free click on YouTube. But make sure you keep your eyes on that kid as he moves on to the next steps. And you root on, you cheer on guys like Boogie Fland and Carbuccia and those that are uncommitted as they start to, really things heat up for them. Things like this make a huge difference. I don't know that people realize how big Slam Dunk to the Beach could be for people's careers.
Gerdak couldn't finish underneath. Stepinac will pull it out. It's Carbuccia. He's going to drive into the lane, and not sure if Gerdak was set or not. They're going to say no, and some free throws coming up now for the Crusaders. And you mentioned Boogie Fland, number 1 point guard in the class, 6'3" junior, number 9 overall recruit nationally. And you talked about the offers, and as you mentioned, uncommitted, but a chance to check out Kentucky, North Carolina, Auburn, Villanova, Florida, Oregon, who's in the house today, Kansas, Indiana, and just like we said, the list goes on and on as the first free throw doesn't fall for Carbuccia.
And you hear that and you're like, well, Boogie's fine. He'll be fine. It's fine. Everybody's knocking, a bad game here, a bad game there, and this was not a bad game, but a misstep here, he's fine. He'll land somewhere and it'll be really great. It's the guys that have nothing. 2s, maybe 3s that have nothing yet, or unranked players. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, Delaware State's been in the building. You've got smaller 2s and NAIAs and 3s and lower level D1s, and they're like, oh, this guy, I saw him. I was looking at someone else, and I saw this freshman or this sophomore, and then their career changes. I mean, this is all unbelievable stuff to watch. And I know there's between NILs and recruiting scandals in the last decade and all that, there's kind of like a taintedness to this process, but it's still just beautiful to watch lives change in front of you and say that you were there when Cam Reddish did this, and you were there when Mo Bamba did that, and you were there when the world found out about X player. That's really cool, and it's happening in Lewis, Delaware.
Again, growing up, that was it, LeBron, Melo, all them back then. As you mentioned, even a few years ago, it's all the buzz here. Some of the best talent from around the country. Just fortunate to be able to check it out up close and personal. 2.5 to go in this one, able to get inside. Floater rolls in, that time for Josiah Jervis. Isaiah Abraham down the other end. That shot, I believe, rejected by Jervis, so he scores and then gets back on defense, makes a play there, but Isaiah Abraham was looking for a highlight play.
And then you come here, whether you're a regional just basketball fan, you're from over the Bay Bridge or wherever you're coming from, tax-free shopping. I was at the Nike outlet. It took me 25, 30 minutes to get out of that line this morning.
You know, that was an aspect I didn't even think of.
Well, you take it for granted, my friend.
That's right. There you go.
You know how much big-ticket item Christmas shopping I do? All of it. All of it.
I know when you get to the Christiana Mall up in Newark there, and during the holidays, you can't get in or out of that place.
That Apple store is
oh my goodness.
High volume.
It's high volume. And you know, I've talked to a few people over the years now. Oh, we're from New York. We're coming down because of the tax-free shopping. 80 to 50 here.
6 3/4%, ain't it, in Cleveland? I'll tell you that.
Right. Drive and dish, active hands there from the Panthers, clogging up those passing lanes. That was Jaquan Womack, the 6'6" sophomore, and getting his first minutes here in this one tonight.
I don't like that this is a 30-point game. I feel like Archbishop Stepinac has played well. Paul VI is off the charts.
Yeah. Fadeaway 3 for Carbuccia won't go.
It's almost like Paul VI deserves it, but Archbishop Stepinac doesn't. But it's just hard to argue with that. Like, just the pursuit, and Gerdock is just always there.
He's there to clean up the Womack miss. Stepinac trying to answer. Hanging. How about that? +1 up and under with some contact in English. That time, Hasari Carbuccia, the freshman who's getting some minutes here down the stretch of this one, making some plays.
And this is good on these programs too. Obviously, I know it is a 30-point game, but getting these guys in front of these coaches is always a good thing.
Smith and Abraham will head to the bench. Their day likely over, and now we'll see Rod Taylor as well as Brendan Robinson, 2 seniors, get into the game for the Panthers here for the final minute 19. Carbuccia completes the 3-point play, and now some subs for Stepinac as well. We'll see Makai Brown check in, as well as Malcolm Ford Jr. So the Panthers shooting 57% from the floor, 56% from 3. They're 10 of 18. Both teams almost equal in turnovers. A big rebounding edge, 39-22 to Paul VI. Ball picked and stolen this time by Ford. Going to lead to a 3 for Isley Jr., too long. And we tick under a minute here for game 1 at Hoophall East. Anthony Brown calls for the screen. Around it he goes. Contested mid-range jumper. Got hit on the arm by Carbuccia. And now free throws for the freshman with 47 seconds to play.
Coming up next, the Battle of New Jersey, or at least as it comes to Slam Dunk to the Beach. Hoophall East is Bergen Catholic and Blair Academy. Supposed to start at 5. Obviously, the teams need a chance to shoot around here in the pregame, so probably 5:05 right here on YouTube. You will have to go back and find the broadcast on the channel. It's not going to just start playing here. But you will find that there, as well as the other 2 games tonight, Moravian Prep and Dream City Christian, as well as Westtown and Bella Vista Prep.
And if you want to check out Bergen Catholic, they've got 2 guys that can dominate the post, 2 big fellows. That's what you're going to be keeping an eye for there in that one. Terry Copeland, one of the players to watch there, but still 35 seconds to go here in game number 1. Here's Carbuccia, been finding his shot here in the 4th. That one, though, off the mark. And now with 27 seconds to go, could be the final possession of the ball game here for the Panthers, but don't want to speak too soon because they've been able to score it well, and they might want to get another shot off here. But what a performance it was for Paul VI, living up to those expectations that we kind of came in with. Number 4 team in the nation. A tough loss a few weeks ago to City of Palms as that shot is rejected. And they were able to rebound nicely. They lost to Columbus, and the twin sons of Carlos Boozer led the way in that one in the defeat of the Panthers. But again, able to recap and get here to slam dunk and put on a show.
28 from Harris, 13 Sundra, 10 from Smith, 9 from Gongba, 7 Hammonds for the Panthers. On the other side, 16 apiece for Carbuccia and Fland. Just too much, Paul VI.
Almost a flawless performance for the Panthers. They get the win here in game number 1 on Wednesday, 84-53. Our player of the game has to be Darren Harris, the 6'6" Duke commit. 10 of 12, I believe, from the floor. Put on an absolute show. 11 of 14 is what he finished. 6 of 9 from beyond the arc. And Jimmy, what did you see out of him? He was spectacular.
Yeah, the ability to shoot is something. It's something he's really worked on. He hasn't focused on anything but really that in his game, and it's sharpened him so much. And 6 of 9 from 3 in high school, and to take 9 threes, and part of the offense too. They weren't forced. They all felt natural and smooth. He's going to be somebody to watch. You'll see some clips from him on our Twitter and Instagram channels. We're going to actually go interview him and Boogie here after the game to hear their thoughts about the tournament. But really happy to have them here. What a showcase Darren Harris put on for us.
Big performance by the 4th-ranked team in the nation. The Paul VI Panthers get the win over Archbishop Stepinac, 84-53 in game number 1. We'll close it out here and we come back. It's game number 2. Stick on the Hoophall YouTube channel. It's Bergen Catholic and Blair Academy here in about 15 minutes. We'll see you then.